ओम श्री परमात्मने नमः।
ओम श्री परमात्मने नमः।
नमस्ते ईशान।
नमस्ते कुलदीप मामू।
We are back after 1 week break, right?
Yes मामू।
Yeah. Karma as yajna. Karma as yajna. Our actions as yajna. Bhagavan is beautifully explaining that, right?
Yes मामू।
Today also he is going to tell us many interesting things. Shall we straight away go for the chanting part?
Yes मामू।
Yeah. Shlokas 13 and 14. Okay.
Okay मामू।
Be alert. Be with all Shraddha as usual. यज्ञशिष्टाशिनः सन्तः
यज्ञशिष्टाशिनः सन्तः
मुच्यन्ते सर्वकिल्बिषैः
मुच्यन्ते सर्वकिल्बिषैः
भुञ्जते ते त्वघं पापाः
भुञ्जते ते त्वघं पापाः
ये पचन्त्यात्मकारणात्
ये पचन्त्यात्मकारणात्।
Once again. यज्ञशिष्टाशिनः सन्तः
यज्ञशिष्टाशिनः सन्तः
मुच्यन्ते सर्वकिल्बिषैः
मुच्यन्ते सर्वकिल्बिषैः
भुञ्जते ते त्वघं पापाः
भुञ्जते ते त्वघं पापाः
ये पचन्त्यात्मकारणात्
ये पचन्त्यात्मकारणात्।
पदच्छेदः
यस् मामू।
यज्ञशिष्ट आशिनः सन्तः मुच्यन्ते सर्वकिल्बिषैः भुञ्जते ते तु अघं पापाः त्वघं तु अघं ये पचन्ति आत्मकारणात् ये पचन्त्यात्मकारणात्। Now 14th श्लोक। अन्नात् भवन्ति भूतानि
अन्नात् भवन्ति भूतानि
अन्नात् प्लस भवन्ति becomes अन्नाद् भवन्ति दया द अन्नाद् भवन्ति भूतानि
अन्नात् भवन्ति भूतानि।
Don't forget भवन्ति अन्नाद् भवन्ति भूतानि
अन्नात् भवन्ति भूतानि
पर्जन्यादन्न संभवः
पर्जन्यादन्न संभवः
यज्ञाद् भवति पर्जन्यः
यज्ञात् भवति पर्जन्यः
यज्ञः कर्म समुद्भवः
यज्ञः कर्म समुद्भवः
समुद्भवः
समुद्भवः।
It is not samut, it is samudbhavah.
समुद्भवः
The should come. Samudbhavah.
समुद्भवः।
Yes, this is it. Not samudbhavah. It is samudbhavah. The should come. Okay, very good. Annad bhavanti bhutani.
अन्नात् भवन्ति भूतानि।
Uttamam. This is what Shraddha is. Very good, very good. Uttamam. Parjanyadanna sambhavah.
पर्जन्यादन्न संभवः
यज्ञाद् भवति पर्जन्यः
यज्ञात् भवति पर्जन्यः।
उत्तमम. Here also it is not actually यज्ञात् plus bhavati becomes यज्ञाद् भवति the okay. यज्ञाद् भवति पर्जन्यः
यज्ञात् भवति पर्जन्यः।
very good. यज्ञः कर्म समुद्भवः
यज्ञः कर्म समुद्भवः
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 उत्तमम्. Now पदच्छेदः. अन्नात् भवन्ति भूतानि पर्जन्यात् अन्नसम्भवः यज्ञात् भवति पर्जन्यः यज्ञः कर्मसमुद्भवः. So 13 and 14. Let us chant these two shlokas together.
Yes, Mamu.
यज्ञशिष्टाशिनः सन्तः मुच्यन्ते सर्वकिल्बिषैः भुञ्जते ते त्वघं पापाः ये पचन्त्यात्मकारणात् अन्नाद्भवन्ति भूतानि पर्जन्यादन्नसम्भवः यज्ञाद्भवति पर्जन्यः यज्ञः कर्म समुद्भवः. Let us go through the meaning part now. यज्ञशिष्टाशिनः सन्तः
मुच्यन्ते सर्वकिल्बिषैः
भुञ्जते ते त्वघं पापाः
ये पचन्त्यात्मकारणात्
Okay. यज्ञशिष्ट आशिनः सन्तः. सन्तः is sajjanah, good people, the righteous. So the righteous who eat the remnants of yajna. Remnants is yajna shishta, that is remains of yajna. Who eat the remains of yajna sarva kilbishaihi muchyante, or they are released from all sins, papas. Ye cha papaha atmakaranat pachanti, but those sinful ones, papis, who cook food only for their own sake, te tu agham bhunjate, they truly eat sin. Okay, now you might think, what is this? Let us wait. In the spiritual tidbits section, Mamu will explain this. Okay?
Okay, Mamu.
Annad bhavanti bhutani.
पर्जन्यादन्न संभवः.
No. पर्जन्यादन्न संभवः.
पर्जन्यादन्न संभवः.
यज्ञात् भवति पर्जन्यः.
यज्ञः कर्म समुद्भवः.
उत्तमम्. अन्नात् भूतानि भवन्ति. From food, beings are born. Parjanyaat anna sambhavaha. From rain, food is produced. Yajnat parjanyah bhavati. From yajna, that is sacrifice, comes rain. Yajnah karma samudbhavaha. And yajna is born of action. What is this cycle? What is this cycle? It is not, again, this has some second part of it. In next shloka, in next episode. So, let us dive into the spiritual tidbits now and see what exactly this is. Okay, last episode, Bhagavan had said, with yajna, you nourish the devas and may those devas
nourish you.
Yeah, nourish you. Thus, nourishing one another, you shall attain
the highest.
You shall attain the supreme good, the highest good. Now Bhagavan says, the righteous, that is the good people who eat the remains of yajna are released from all papas. You know, the remains of yajna is actually prasada. Prasada. When we consume that, we are released from all sins. You know, anything we do, we must do it as yajna. Yajna. If we do our prescribed duty as yajna, sacrifice, the result, whatever comes out of it, becomes pure. See, do it as yajna and the result will be pure. In the process, the doer is one who is doing that karma, is purified first, and thus he attains the highest. Okay,
Okay, Mamu.
Now, in 12th shloka, Bhagavan called someone thief. He who enjoys what is given by the devas without offering in return to them is known as
Thief.
Now Bhagavan says, those who cook food only for their own sake, te tu agham bhunjate, they truly eat sin. In that shloka, he at least called only thief. Here he is saying, this type of people, they are actually consuming, they are eating sin. You know, food becomes a prasada when you have it after offering it to the hungry. Otherwise, it is not prasada. You know, after we prepare food, we offer it to Bhagavan as Naivedya. After offering it to him, we accept it. We accept it back as prasada. We eat it with all respect, not by watching TV or computer. Okay?
Okay, Mamu.
We respect the food because it is prasada. We know that, we very well know that it is given to us by Bhagavan, right?
Yes.
So have immense gratitude for that. You should have the thankfulness for that. If you don't do this, you are, Bhagavan is saying, you are truly eating sin. Do you remember? You told me some example when we were learning this. You tell me?
It was a Goa example.
Guava.
I was thinking why my Ajaba is keeping Goa and other fruits to the god.
Bhagavan.
Now I understood. If I eat the fruit without giving to the god, then it will be...
Giving to Bhagavan. Say that way. Yes, you are right. God is correct. If you don't, without giving it to Bhagavan, if you eat it...
it will be like eating sin.
Eating sin, eating papa, right?
Yes.
So what do you do? You have to...
give the fruit to the Bhagavan, then eat it.
Yeah, that is one way of doing it. Actually, you have to give it to those who are hungry too. Okay. So in them, Bhagavan is there, no?
Yes.
So he will bless us that way too. So two ways to do it. Keep it in our puja room in front of Bhagavan. Mentally, have a prayer, have it. Again, you give it to the hungry people. Then have it. So then what becomes? It becomes prasada, right?
Yes.
Yes, that example. Now, Mama will tell you another beautiful example for all of us. All our listeners, all of them. People receive salary every month, no?
Yes.
When you get your monthly salary, after doing your karma as yajna, that is there. You have to do your karma as yajna. Then when you receive your salary, we should offer it to Bhagavan first. Mentally, you have to offer it to Bhagavan. Practically speaking, you have to keep a little portion of it to the needy people. Thus it becomes yajna. Then take it for your genuine use. If you don't do this, what you eat, what you experience with that money would truly be sin.
Mamu, that money which we get, if we don't put it in the temple, then it will not be like a yajna. But if when we put the money in the temple, we should say
Hundi you are.
Hundi, we should say Shri Krishna Arpanamastu and put it. Simply putting will not be like a yajna.
Okay. So, temple, you put it inside the hundi and as a dakshina and as an offering to Bhagavan. At the same time, you are also giving a small portion of it to
the needy people.
Needy people. Right?
Yes.
You should do dana, a small portion of it. When you get salary, no? In future, you will get, no?
Yes.
Don't buy toys with all those money. Okay?
Okay.
Give it to the needy people. Then if you want, When you get salary, you buy all the toys. Okay?
Okay.
So good. Krishna Arpanamastu you have to say, right?
Yes.
Very good. That is yajna. Now, in 14th shloka, Bhagavan is telling us the necessity of performing yajna for the sake of universe. Each one of us has our roles to do in this universe. Through karma, the universe is moving ahead. Everyone is doing karma, right?
Yes.
Literally, this shloka refers to Vedic rituals, which was used to invoke rain gods. But there is more to it. Annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyad anna sambhavah yajnad bhavati parjanyah yajna karma samudbhavah. Beings are born from food. Food is produced from rain. Rain comes from yajna. Yajna is born of action. Okay, let us see what this is. Living beings are born from food, Bhagavan is saying. See, we all sustain with food, right?
Yes.
Including all creatures in the world. Without food, what will happen?
There will be no life.
No life. No life, no growth, no health, nothing. Not even, there is no life at all without food. Now, food is important. Anna is important. How is this anna produced? Food produced? Food is produced from rain. We eat vegetables and fruits, right?
Yes.
Without rain, how can they grow? There is no other way, right?
Yes.
So, now how this rain comes? Bhagavan is saying, rain comes from yajna. Oh, rain comes from yajna. You are doing some yajna, puja and all that, and rain is coming. This statement is very, very difficult for the modern people to understand. They say, bluntly say, we don't believe it. We don't believe it. That's okay. That's okay. Nothing will happen to Sanatana Dharma if you don't believe it. Nothing will happen to this Prakriti nature if you don't believe it. If you have respect for all these, this is given to us by our Maharshis, these techniques. If you respect the Devatas all over, the Prakriti is going to give back. You gain through that. Bhagavan is saying, rain comes from yajna. Basically it is when you respect Prakriti, Prakriti will give rains. That's all. Easy. And finally, yajna. Yajna is born of action. So Bhagavan is saying, action, karma is important. That's all. Karma yoga is important. Okay, today I know that you are in love with stories. Here is a small story which highlights about karma yoga as yajna. A story of a bird and its family. Bird and its family. An old story from Purana, also told to us by Swami Shivananda of Rishikesh. Okay. Be with Shraddha. Okay. You have to visualize when Mamu is telling you stories. You have to go there. A few travelers were going through a forest, and that night they had to take rest under a big tree. Big tree. They got a fire ready to warm themselves. You know, no? Fire. It was too cold there. A bird lived in the tree with its wife and children. The bird saw the travelers and it said to its wife, "Dear, we have some atithis today. We have some guests today. They must be hungry for sure. It is our dharma to make them happy. But we have nothing to offer them." But why? Lockdown?
No.
Hey, was it lockdown?
No.
Nothing. It is night, no?
Yes.
There is nothing to offer. Suddenly, this bird, husband bird said, They are our guests. We have to treat them very well. I'm going to offer my body to them. And with all prayers, it jumped into the fire below and got, it jumped into the fire below and got roasted. The wife of the bird saw this great action from its husband. It thought, the flesh of one bird is not sufficient for them. There are 4 to 5 people. Let me also do sacrifice, and thus my husband's pure sankalpa will be done. She too jumped into the fire and thus sacrificed her life. The little ones there then said, the food is still not enough for our guests. Our parents have done their yajna very well. We should also do this great sacrifice. We should also do Athithi yajna. Thus all of them jumped into the fire and were burnt to death. The travelers were amazed to see this. They had tears. But they did not eat the flesh. They remained the whole night without food. You see the sacrifice by these birds. How inspiring their yajna was. We had many great Mahatmas in our culture who even sacrificed their body for a noble cause. Karma as yajna. See, we don't have to do this extreme. Bhagavan is not telling to do this extreme. That will naturally happen if he decides. But we can start with small things in our life now. Small yajnas. So, as conclusion, do everything you do as yajna. Bhagavan will give you the best in your life. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha.
Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha.
Be alert, karma is very important. Each thing you are doing is very important. There is no time. Let me tell you, we are here to attain something greater, something higher. Okay?
Okay, Mammu.
Do all your karma as yajna. Don't get into unnecessary things. If Bhagavad Gita and chanting the mantras and all this is your yajna, do that. Don't waste time in learning that, this and all that. Already we have the school system, educational system. We can't get out of that. That is there. We are in 2021. So, the best thing you can do is, with your limited time, you have to do your best and surrender that to Bhagavan. Okay?
Okay, Mammu.
Many people will ask, Mammu, why are you saying all this to this little Innu and all that? But this little Innu is actually far better than this so-called adults. That is the truth. So, Uttamam, keep growing, keep evolving with Bhagavad Gita. You are destined for that.
Okay, Mammu.